Is it recording?
We are recording. Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Hi guys. So I'm going to kick us off. We're going to each give you a little 5-minute spiel just about Beachbody and about kind of this job. And we want you to fall in love with this job the way we have. So I know earlier we had posted something about Beachbody and what it's all about. And I just want to share a little bit more about you because it's probably the history of the company that really drew us to this company. All of us were clearly drawn to doing something more. And there's a ton of opportunities out there, but we all really wanted to be part of a company that stood for something good, right? So Beachbody fits that. Beachbody actually started in the 90s. Our CEO's name is Carl Deichler, and all of the tops in Beachbody are really goofy. I love them. I could listen to them talk all day long. And he was with another friend of his who is now another one of the top CEOs named John Cogden. And they were working for another infomercial company and they met Tony Horton. Now, if you've done Tony Horton's workouts, he is an acquired taste. He'll often be like, scream like an alley cat. And then he like runs away and you're like, what just happened in this workout, Tony? But Tony was really funny. And Tony had this idea to bring good workouts into people's houses, but the company he was working for wouldn't do it. Carl and John loved the idea. They were businessmen. They said, hey, let's team up and let's do this. So P90X was the first program that Beachbody, or P90, then P90X, the first programs that Beachbody launched. And then eventually they brought in Shalene, who did PiYo, Shanti, we all know Shanti, Autumn, who is probably a program, if you've done programs, that you started with her program, and all of these other great names. Carl's big focus, though, you guys, was to do more than just fitness. And if you ever hear him speak live, which we've all gotten the opportunity to, he really focuses on how this is a lifestyle change and how, what did he say last year at Summit? Something about how like the change comes at home. It's all about family and getting your whole family to make this change to a healthier and happier you. And when he speaks like that, that speaks right to my heart, because as a mom, and as a wife and as a daughter, I want to be the healthiest that I can. So the whole idea and the whole goal is to he created this network of coaches who goes out and helps people. I used to be a gym goer and I had no one to help me. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to eat. I didn't know what to lift. I didn't know. Now I have my coach, Jess, who introduced this call here. She helped me do all of that. And guess what? She didn't have to know it. Beachbody created it. Jess gave it to me, was my little, trainer throughout it. And all of a sudden I was losing weight. And so it was great. So that's kind of Beachbody and what it stands for. That's why we're all kind of in love with it. Our mission is to inspire people, to motivate people, to help people feel how we feel. So how that kind of started for me was I started with Jess, like I said, and I was in a really dark place and I was unhappy and I was overweight and I just all of these things going on. And Jess took this little program. She didn't have to do anything. And she said, here's what you do day 1. Here's what you do day 2. And then she was my cheerleader. And every time I checked in, she said, I'm so proud of you. And I felt like wonderful. I was doing something. And that's what we do as a coach. We're cheerleaders for people. We support them. So I got through my first round and I was like, I'm hooked. I'm sold. Sign me up. I will coach. I love doing this. I've been coaching for about 3 years now and I absolutely love it. I am not a saleswoman. I am not a pusher. I am not a fitness expert. I'm an English teacher. Okay. But what I love about coaching is I've always wanted to work with women, to inspire women, to empower women. And that's what I get to do every day with this job. And in addition, I've always looked for something part-time that I could do that would bring in solid income for my family. And right now, it's taken me a while, obviously, to build that up, but it's done wonders for my family. This past year, we were able to pay for a trip for my husband to California, a trip for me to California, plane tickets to Jamaica, camps for my child, all these different things. And it was all because of coaching. But the best part is I'm doing something every day that means something to me. I get to help people and I'm not selling them. Someone said to me, I'm not a seller. And I said, good, I don't want you to be a seller. I want you to inspire. I want you to say, I am doing this. It's amazing. Why don't you try it too? And people will. So that's a little bit about Beachbody. That's why we chose what we did. That's a little bit about my story. And I'm going to pass it over now to, is it Bethany, you? Yeah, okay. Who is going to talk to you about what we do each day? All right.
Hey guys, I'm Bethany, and I live in Ohio, in Powell, Ohio, and I've been coaching this summer. It'll be 3 years, and my coach is also Jess. So very similar story to Megan as far as getting started. I started in a challenge group, had such great success, and then took it from there. Started losing weight, feeling good after having a baby, and thought, okay, I want to actually do this too because, hey, I've got lots of family and friends that need to lose weight and get healthier and just feel good. And so it just was like a natural fit to kind of go into coaching because I had such a great experience. But as a coach, I've learned, I kind of jumped in not knowing what to expect. And what I found is I was already doing a lot of the things that my coach was doing. I was drinking my Shakeology. I was doing my workout. I wasn't reading as much as I should have, so that's kind of been new, but doing a little PD, that's also one of our vitals. And then also recognizing. So I'm a teacher by trade. I've been a teacher, graduated, with a master's degree and everything. But since then, so since coaching almost 3 years ago, I decided I loved this so much that I wanted to do it full time. So as a teacher, teaching background, I knew that I had that, encouraging personality. So it's easy for me to recognize others and say, you know what, you're doing awesome. And how can I help you? And let's share some recipes, or what workout do you like? Let's do it, the same time, and we'll call each other in the morning so that we do it together. So basically I would say like a coach is just a big cheerleader, big encourager. And we do the same thing that a challenger does, except we get paid for it. And we surround ourselves with awesome people. That's probably one of my favorite things, is just the amount of people that I've met from all over the country. I'm in Ohio. Jess and everyone else I think is in Wisconsin. So it's just like, and we have people in our group now from North Carolina. We're just talking about like the accents and different terminology. And it's just a fun group, and you meet so many people. And who coaches? Gosh, I was coaching as a teacher, Meg's a teacher, Jess is a former teacher. So the variety though of people, some people still work full time, and so they fit it in as a part-time gig. Some people, like I said, I really want to do this full time, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to stop teaching and go for this because I can spend more time with my kids and make income for my family and support them and do something that I love. So not that I didn't love teaching, but this just was a better fit for me and my family at this time. And time. So people have talked a lot about, at least people that I know are saying, well, how much time do you put in? And I would say that you put in how much time you want. So if you are a, somebody, a go-getter, and you have a ton of time to give, maybe you're not working currently and you don't have kids or whatever, you can do a 40-hour, week if you want. But other people just sprinkle it in here and there and just are more like a hobby coach, just helping a few friends and family, maybe paying for their Shakeology. And then there's people in the middle that are doing it part-time. And really, I would say, me personally, I work about 3 to 4 hours a day. So it's about part-time right now. But again, you can work it to whatever you want. And I would say like how coaching has changed my life. It's just given me the confidence, to do these live calls. I would say I'm an outgoing person, but I still get nervous, to be able to speak in front of people. And I was always that girl who would like want to try out for a solo and never do it because I was too nervous. But at my house, I'd be singing away, and people would like, Bethany, you love being outgoing and talking to a lot of people. But the confidence that comes from doing this and being around people and speaking the truth of fitness and health in the home, I'm so passionate about it. So it always feels so genuine. I just share my experiences and people are like, okay, right on. I want to do what she's doing because she seems really happy. So it's just felt like a really natural fit. And then I've learned along the way. So I would say, if you're thinking about it, go for it, and we'll kind of take you the rest of the way. So that's a little bit about what a coach does and kind of a day in the life. And I think, is it Krista next? Okay.
Okay, so hi, I'm Kristen Corton, and I, unlike Meg and Bethany, I actually belong to Megan. I joined Megan's group, um, God, it's like 2.5, almost 3 years ago, actually, I joined Meg, kind of shortly after she started coaching, and then a couple months after I joined her challenge group, I became a coach when she was like, okay, you're actually coaching already. You just need to do this. And I was like, okay, because I loved it. I love being a Beachbody coach. I love being the perpetual cheerleader. I love helping people. I love the feeling of watching people succeed. I love, picking people up on their worst days. I had a challenger earlier today, write a post in our personal group, and she was like, oh, okay, I need some motivation to run. And so I sent her a voice message to the whole group, and I was like, you need to go out, you need to run. You need to run for me because I had a broken spine. I can't run. Run for all the people who can't. Run for the people, in wheelchairs and disabilities. And she was like, okay, you got me. I'm going. So that's your job all day long. You just get to cheer people on. So I am actually a physician assistant. I'm not a teacher, and I'm definitely not a teacher, but I'm a physician assistant. I work full time. I work a lot of hours, you guys, and I'm still able to work this in. So the reason that is because when you join Beachbody as a coach, nothing is expected of you. You don't have to commit to, this is what I'm going to do and this is what I have to do. You set your own goals. You talk to your own coach. You set your own goals. You do what you can do, what you want to do. You can earn a great income that somebody else will talk about, Jess will talk about. You can earn an incredible income, but you can also, just earn enough money to buy your own Shakeology, to earn your Shakeology basically. And as a coach, you actually get 25% discount on everything, right? So every single product that Beachbody creates and sells, you get a 25% discount. And that's why a lot of people actually join. Yeah, woo is no kidding. I spent a lot of money on Beachbody products. I love their stuff. So when you join as a coach, you get this 25% discount. And so some people actually consider joining as a coach to maybe not coach, but just to get that discount because they know that they're going to stick with Shakeology. They know that they love Energize and Recover and, Recharge. And seriously, I'm a junkie. We're introducing bars pretty soon. And, those bars will all be 25% off for us. All of the clothing, the workout gear, the bras, everything is 25% off. So some people just join as what we consider a discount coach. Other people are hobby coaches. That's what I consider myself because I still have a full-time job and I'm not going to leave my job, right? So I coach on the side. I coach walking down the hall, getting onto the elevator, checking in on my challengers. I coach, quick in the morning when I'm stretching after my workout. I coach on the fly. I send voice messages to my challengers, when I have a couple of minutes. So I can't put in 3 to 4 hours like maybe Bethany does, but I give my challengers all of the time that I can as a hobby coach. And then there's basically a career coach, right? So like Bethany and Jessica, they left their full-time jobs in the corporate world as teachers, and they are coaching full-time now. That's their passion. They love it, and they've really had to put a lot of work into it. It's not easy. They put a lot of work into it, but they're making it work for them. So, you can make 6 figures. We've got people on top of Jess that are making 7 figures, right? Like, it's all dependent on how much work you want to put into it. So, there are some costs, of course, involved in it. If you have not purchased a challenge pack, it's $38.95. You do have to pay that cost up front, but if you've purchased a challenge pack in the past, you get that reimbursed almost immediately. You just have to talk to your coach about helping figure out how to get that reimbursed. So then on a monthly basis, there's a business fee. It's $15.95. Even with that business fee, of the $15.95, your shakes shipped to your door become $104. So it's still cheaper than your regular Shakeology shipped without the discount. Okay. And then there's, you know, again, if you're thinking about doing this, whether it's hobby, whether it's career, whether it's discount, you just have to talk to your coach about how to get started. It's super easy. It does not take any time at all. And no matter what your goals are, you can make this work. It's not hard, you guys. You just, like everybody else said, you just have to want other people to succeed. So coaching has changed my life in a huge way. I am an extroverted introvert, and I don't like coming out of my shell very often, but I've reached so many people, and I know that my posts and my check-ins and my challenges, I know I'm helping people, and that fills my cup in a really huge way, and it improves my mood, it helps my depression. You know, helping other people, connecting with other people has made me a better person by helping others become better versions of themselves as well. So that being said, I'm going to toss it over to Jess.
Awesome. Thank you, Kristen. So, all right, I've got the toughie, and it's not really tough. It's not tough to talk about. It's really exciting to talk about, but it is kind of tough to explain. So I'm going to talk about how you earn as a coach, because that's a question that a lot of people have. Like, oh, this sounds great, but really, can I get paid to work out and drink a shake and encourage other people and hang out with really awesome ladies? Yeah, you can. So my name is Jess, and I live in Madison, Wisconsin. I've been a coach for almost 6 years, and I love it. I'm a teacher by trade, so I have a bachelor's and master's in English education, and I taught for 12 years before I became a Beachbody coach. And for a while, I was juggling both hats, teaching and coaching, and I was able to build my business at about a half an hour to an hour a day. And fast forward to now, my business has taken off, and I was able to retire from teaching and be home with my 4 kiddos and my puppy and my crazy life, and have gone from working half an hour to an hour a day. My biggest goal was just to earn enough money for groceries for my family, and so I was earning about $100 a week when I first started. To fast forward to now, I would say my average paycheck's about $3,000 a week. And so I've built a really solid and pretty amazing business for my family from home. But how did this start? I'm just going to tell you kind of a little bit about my story and then how you earn. And obviously I need to say the legal disclaimer. I don't say that to brag about how much money I've made. I've put in the work. You have to put in the work to earn the income, and it didn't happen overnight. I was coaching for about 3 years before I was able to quit teaching, and I really had to work because I knew I wanted this to be my career path, and more than just a hobby and more than just the discount. And so that was a choice I made for my family. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It didn't just fall into my lap. So backtrack, 6 years ago, I had just had my second baby. I was teaching night classes at the technical college here in Madison. And I was still wearing my maternity clothes to go teach. My baby was 8 months old because I could not fit into any pre-pregnancy clothes at all. I was struggling with postpartum depression and anxiety, and I hadn't gotten any help for it. I hadn't told anybody. I was lying to myself, my husband, my mom, my best friend about how sad I was. I was doing 0 things for myself, wasn't exercising, wasn't eating right. I was taking care of my 2-year-old and my baby all day. Then my husband would come home. We'd see each other for like 5 minutes. I'd turn around and go teach night classes at the campus. I would come back and repeat, right? Be up all night with baby. I was the lowest of the low I've ever been in my life. And one of my friends was a Beachbody coach, one of my friends from college, and she invited me to join her challenge group about 101 times, and I ignored her or said no about 101 times. And finally, I just knew that something needed to give. And so I scraped up the money. How, I don't know. I'm sure I charged it on a credit card because we were drowning in debt. We were really struggling financially. Our marriage was strained because of that and because we never saw each other. We had about $24,000 in credit card bills that we could not pay. We almost foreclosed on our house. So we were really, really struggling. And I joined her challenge group. And fast forward, then it was a 60-day challenge group. Bless her, she put up with us for 60 days. And I got my DVDs in the mail, my Shakeology, and I did the challenge group, and it changed my life. And I know that sounds cliche, but these ladies will vouch that it's the truth. I never looked back. I started taking care of my body. And it really wasn't even about weight in the long run. Like, yes, I lost some weight, but I was never morbidly obese. More than anything, I needed to get confidence and happiness and control back in my world. I was just struggling so bad. So boom, it exploded into a career for me, and not overnight, but people wanted to know what I was doing, and I had a heart for helping because I'm a teacher. And so I decided I could use the extra income. And since then, I have built a 6-figure income, paid off all our credit card debt. We've closed on a beautiful home a couple years ago for my family. Now I have 4 kiddos and a large team of amazing women who I get to work with. And it sounds like a dream come true because it really is. I just feel so blessed by this opportunity. I feel like I've bettered my life and other women's lives. It's just it's an amazing gig. Whether you're just here for the discount and the community, it's worth it just right there. So let's talk. I could talk all night about this, but I don't want to keep you too long. So let's talk about how you make income as a coach, because I've told you this fabulous income that I make. Originally, I just wanted to pay for groceries because we were dead broke, okay? And now I've built a nice income to support my large family. So there are several ways you can make income as a Beachbody coach. The first is pretty straightforward, 25% commission on the products you sell. And I hate to use the word sell because you're sharing a lifestyle. I've drank Shakeology every day for 6 years. So I love it. I believe in it. It's easy for me to share that with people, but I do make 25% commission off of the products that people purchase through me, and I support them on their journey, right? So that's pretty straightforward. In addition to the 25% commission, once you start building a team, should you choose to move beyond just being a discount coach, once you have 2 people on your team, you're eligible to make bonuses on the volume of their sales, okay? And it's with time, when you build a large enough team, those bonuses can really start to add up, which is amazing. And so that is just residual income that comes in each month in addition to your commissions. The larger your team, the more you lead them, the more their team is led, the more customers and coaches they have, the larger your income is from cycle bonuses. So you've got commissions, you've got cycle bonuses. Additionally, when you become a leader within the ranks of Beachbody, you get bonuses to match your leaders' cycle bonuses, okay? So this is where it gets kind of hairy, but say Megan does a really, really amazing job one week, which she does every week, and she earns, say $300 in cycle bonuses, right? So I would make $30 based on matching her $300 just because they're like, hey, your coach is doing really awesome. You can get a kickback for helping her be awesome. So that's pretty cool. So you get matching bonuses. And then the fourth way you make income as a Beachbody coach is once you've moved up in the leadership ranks as a 2-star diamond, 5-star diamond, 10-star diamond, 15, you are eligible for profit sharing from the company on a quarterly basis. And that is basically the company is just like, hey, you're amazing. Thank you for helping end the trend of obesity and help people get healthy. And we appreciate your leadership within the company. And so we are going to give you a percentage of what this massive multi-billion-dollar company makes. We're going to give you a percentage each quarter just for being you and for being awesome. So that's pretty sweet. And so those are the 4 ways: commission, cycle bonuses based off of your team's sales, matching bonuses based off your leaders' bonuses, and then quarterly profit sharing, which is kind of confusing, but those are the 4 ways you earn. And again, you don't have to earn anything. You can just join just to get your discount and enjoy the lovely community. Add a layer of accountability on your own health and fitness journey that is invaluable. I really feel it is. Or you could join and just earn enough just to pay for your Shakeology every month and still be a part of our amazing community. Or you could go all in and build a large business. The sky's the limit. So that is just, in a nutshell, my story and how you earn as a Beachbody coach. And I hope it made sense. And I just am so grateful that you all took the time out of your busy schedule to join us tonight. Meg, do you want to wrap things up? Is there anything that we forgot to talk about?
I don't think so. I think we're good. But I would really, and I know we've all kind of stressed this, you guys, before you make a decision, chat with the person who invited you in. If there's something you're still worried about or have a fear about, talk to us, because chances are we had the fear. Chances are the fear is probably not true, and we can tell you actually how it does feel. And we will help you to figure out a way to make it work for you. If you're here, there's something inside of you that told you to come here and listen to this tonight. And so I would highly suggest you to take a chance on joining us. We're a pretty awesome group. We have a lot of fun, and it's a great team to be part of. So if you have questions or concerns, before you say no, chat with whoever invited you in tonight, okay? Thank you guys so much for being on. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you join our team. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, and thank you.